All right, think about this. Right now, in this very moment, you have the power to change your life. You are the creator of your reality, but are you truly allowing what you desire to flow to you? Or are you unknowingly blocking it by holding on too tightly? Yes, one of the most powerful paradoxes of manifestation. Ever heard that to attract what you truly want, you have to first let it go? Yes, this ain't bluff. If you stick around until the end, you're going to find out how surrendering actually can open the door to everything you've been seeking. Every day, people wake up and immediately dive into a cycle of stress, worry, and endless to-do lists. They rush through their morning routines, their minds already racing ahead to the next task, the next problem, the next thing to fix. It's an exhausting way to live, but it's the norm for so many. The idea of simply letting go and trusting that things will work out seems almost impossible. Yet, that is exactly the key to transforming life in ways most people can't even imagine. Relax and trust. Two simple words, yet they hold the power to shift everything. Imagine what life would be like without the constant anxiety, the need to control every detail, the endless mental battles over what could go wrong. What if, instead of fighting against life, there was a way to flow with it? Instead of feeling like every success had to be clawed out of struggle, what if good things could come easily? The truth is, they can. But it all starts with understanding how the mind, emotions, and energy shape reality. When the body is tense, the mind follows. Thoughts become scattered, fear creeps in, and the world starts to feel like a hostile place. But when a person relaxes, something incredible happens. The mind clears, stress fades, and the body settles into a state of calm. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about creating space for possibilities. When tension disappears, the subconscious mind becomes more receptive, allowing new ideas, solutions, and even miracles to take shape. Trusting life is another powerful shift. People spend so much time resisting, worrying, and second-guessing that they unknowingly block themselves from receiving what they truly desire. Trust means believing that things are working out, even if they don't seem to be in the moment. It's the understanding that just because the path isn't clear right now doesn't mean there isn't one. It's about stepping into the unknown with confidence, knowing that the right opportunities, people, and situations will appear at the right time. But here's where things get truly exciting. Relaxing and trusting are powerful on their own, but when combined with expectation, they create something extraordinary. Most people have been taught that success takes time, that hard work and struggle are necessary to achieve anything worthwhile. This belief is so deeply ingrained that many can't even fathom the idea that things could shift instantly. Yet, the moment someone decides to expect good things, really expect them, everything changes. Expectation isn't just wishful thinking. It's not about hoping something will happen someday. It's about knowing, deep down, that it's already done. It's a shift in mindset from "I want this" to "this is mine." And when this shift happens, reality begins to reorganize itself. The universe responds to certainty, not hesitation. It mirrors back what a person truly believes, not what they merely wish for. Countless stories exist of people who have experienced life-changing transformations in a matter of days, sometimes even hours, simply by adopting this mindset. They've manifested dream jobs, unexpected financial windfalls, miraculous healings, and deep, meaningful relationships. And every single one of them started with the same foundation. They relaxed, they trusted, and they expected. Of course, many people hear this and immediately push back. I've tried positive thinking, they say. I've visualized, I've meditated, I've done everything, and nothing changed. But here's the difference. It's not just about thinking positively or imagining a better future. It's about embodying it, feeling it as if it's already real. The subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's physically happening and what's vividly imagined. It responds to emotions, to the state of being. If someone wants financial abundance but constantly feels stressed about money, their dominant energy is lack. If someone wants love but deep down believes they're not worthy, their dominant energy is rejection. If someone wants success but fears failure, their dominant energy is doubt. The key is to shift that energy, to start feeling successful, loved, and abundant before any physical evidence appears. That's when everything starts to align. One of the simplest yet most powerful ways to do this is through meditation. Meditation isn't just about quieting the mind, it's about tuning into a new reality. When a person sits in stillness, they have the ability to rewrite the script in their subconscious. They can replace old fears with new beliefs, doubts with certainty, and anxiety with peace. More importantly, they can start to feel their desired reality as if it's already here. Let's take the case of someone who dreams of perfect health. Instead of focusing on illness or symptoms, they close their eyes and feel what it would be like to be completely healthy. They imagine energy flowing through their body, strength in their movements, ease in their breath. They don't just see it, they feel it. And in that moment, their body begins to respond. Cells regenerate, stress hormones decrease, healing mechanisms activate. This isn't just philosophy, it's science. The mind-body connection is real, and the body follows what the mind believes. The same applies to success, love, and abundance. When a person aligns their emotions with their desires, they create a powerful magnetic pull. But this isn't just about feeling good. It's about creating new neural pathways in the brain. Every time someone practices embodying their desired reality, they're strengthening those neural connections. Over time, these new patterns replace the old ones, making success and abundance the new default state. But none of this works if a person clings to the outcome with desperation. Expectation is powerful, but attachment is a trap. The moment someone starts thinking, "I need this to happen or else I'll be unhappy," they shift into a state of lack, and that lack pushes what they want further away. The trick is to expect without attachment, to trust that the universe knows the best way to deliver what's meant to be. Gratitude plays a huge role in this. When a person is truly grateful for what they already have, they send a powerful signal to the universe. I have enough and I'm ready for more. Gratitude shifts energy instantly. It moves focus from what's missing to what's present. And when someone consistently practices gratitude, they naturally attract more things to be grateful for. Every morning before even getting out of bed, taking a moment to list 3 things to be grateful for can set the tone for the entire day. It can be simple: waking up rested, having a roof over one's head, the smell of coffee in the morning. The point isn't what's on the list, it's the feeling behind it. Real gratitude isn't just a thought, it's an emotion. And when a person truly feels it, they align themselves with abundance. Now, some might wonder, but don't we have to take action? Isn't all of this just sitting around waiting for things to happen? And the answer is no. Action is important, but it needs to be inspired action. Most people force things. They push, struggle, and exhaust themselves trying to make things happen. But when someone is truly in alignment, the right actions come naturally. They feel effortless, exciting, even fun. Opportunities appear, the right people cross paths at the right time. Doors open without struggle. This is the difference between hustling out of desperation and moving with the flow of life. And the best part? When action is inspired, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like being exactly where one is meant to be. At first, the changes might be subtle. There might be a little more peace in everyday moments. Stress seems easier to handle. Small pockets of joy appear more frequently, unnoticed before. But as this practice continues, as it becomes a natural part of daily life, something shifts. The changes grow. Doors begin to open in unexpected ways. People are drawn in, gravitating toward this newfound energy. Situations that once caused frustration lose their grip. And then, almost suddenly, looking back, the realization hits. Life has transformed. This transformation doesn't come from pushing or forcing things to happen. It isn't the result of struggle or effort fueled by anxiety. Instead, it comes from letting go. It comes from trusting, from believing that good things are on their way, from simply expecting them to arrive. And yet, a common concern arises when discussing this kind of shift. Some wonder if focusing on personal desires is selfish. There's a fear that wanting more for oneself takes something away from others. But this assumption is flawed. When one's energy rises, when life improves, it doesn't take from anyone else. Instead, it creates a ripple effect. A person filled with joy, success, and abundance naturally influences those around them. Happiness is contagious. Confidence spreads. Just being in the presence of someone who radiates success can awaken new possibilities in others. Think of the times when encountering someone who was truly thriving led to inspiration rather than resentment. Witnessing someone else's abundance often creates a realization more is possible. The world does not have a limited supply of good things. The best way to help others is to embody what is possible, to be proof that transformation is real. But something often gets in the way: fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. These invisible barriers hold people back, keeping them small. Fear is just a thought, nothing more. It isn't real. It's a projection of the mind, built on past experiences or imagined futures. And just as one can choose thoughts of lack or abundance, there is a choice in how fear is handled. Fear will arise, that's for sure. But the whole idea is not to fight it or pretend it doesn't exist. Instead, acknowledge it. Recognize that it's only trying to offer protection. Then let it go. Shift the focus toward trust instead. Trust that no matter what happens, strength and resilience will be enough to handle it. Every time trust is chosen over fear, the brain changes. New pathways form, reinforcing an empowered way of thinking. This process is backed by science, neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reshape itself. The brain is not fixed. It changes continuously, adapting to thoughts, behaviors, and experiences. Each time relaxation, trust, and positive expectation are practiced, new neural pathways form. And the more they are used, the stronger they become. This is why consistency is key. A single meditation session or one day of feeling good isn't enough. It's about long-term habits, about making these shifts a daily practice. Doubt often follows when people don't see immediate results. The frustration comes out. I tried to think positively, but nothing changed. The problem isn't just about thinking good thoughts. It's about alignment, thoughts, feelings, and actions working together. Thoughts create feelings. Feelings drive actions, and actions shape reality. If there's a disconnect, if positive thinking is overshadowed by doubt or fear, actions will reflect that doubt and results will follow suit. This process isn't about pretending to be happy all the time. It's not about denying real emotions. Negative feelings will come, and they should be acknowledged. But the key is not to linger in them. Instead of pushing emotions away, allow them to be felt. Then ask, what would I rather feel instead? What can I do to move toward that feeling? Choice is always present. Every moment offers an opportunity to direct focus, to shift towards something better. What is focused on expands. If energy is placed on fear, on limitations, on what's missing, that is what will grow. But when the focus shifts to possibilities, opportunities, and the desired outcome, life starts moving in that direction. This isn't about ignoring reality. It's about understanding that perception shapes reality. Two people can experience the exact same situation and see completely different things, simply based on mindset. Choosing to see the good, to find the lesson in every experience, opens doors that weren't visible before. Everything in the universe is energy. Every thought, emotion, and action carries a frequency. And like attracts like. Stress and worry attract more stress and worry. Peace and joy attract more of the same. Raising vibration means aligning with the energy of the desired outcome. It means embodying the state of being that matches what is wanted. This isn't just about thoughts. It's also about the body. Energy is affected by physical well-being. Nourishing foods, quality sleep, regular movement, all of these contribute to vibrational energy. Meditation is another tool that shifts energy. It quiets the noise of the mind, allowing access to a state of pure potential. In this state, alignment with universal energy happens naturally. A high vibration doesn't just benefit the self, it influences everything and everyone around it. One person radiating at a higher frequency lifts others in the process. But something often stands in the way: the need for certainty. Humans crave guarantees. The desire to know exactly how things will unfold can be overwhelming. But life is uncertain by nature, and that uncertainty is a gift. It's what allows for surprises, for opportunities beyond what could have been planned. If everything was predictable, where would the excitement be? Where would growth happen? If every event was known in advance, there would be no room for something even greater than imagined. The key is to replace the need for certainty with trust. Trust in the process. Trust that things are always working out, even when the evidence isn't immediately visible. This is where surrender comes in. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean being passive. It means releasing control. It means understanding that there is a greater force at play. Call it the universe, God, source, whatever resonates. Surrendering allows for guidance, for things to unfold in ways that couldn't have been planned or forced into existence. Some may ask, but how can goals be achieved if surrender is the answer? The key is balance. Set intentions. Take inspired action. But then, let go of the attachment to how it all comes together. Imagine planting a seed. The soil is prepared, the seed is placed, water and sunlight are provided. But after that, growth happens on its own timeline. Digging up the seed every day to check on progress only disrupts the process. Dreams and goals work the same way. Plant them with intention. Nurture them through thoughts, feelings, and actions. Then, trust. Just because results aren't visible doesn't mean progress isn't happening beneath the surface. Patience is another critical element. Society thrives on instant gratification, but meaningful change takes time. Often the biggest shifts are happening out of sight, just like a seed taking root before it breaks through the soil. Trust in the timing. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. Happiness isn't something that waits at the end of the road. It's found in the small moments, in the process of becoming. The more present and engaged in the now, the more effortless the unfolding of desires becomes. There is no need to chase, there is no need to force. Simply align, trust, and allow life to unfold in the best way possible. Now, gratitude has a way of drawing good things into life, almost like a magnet for miracles. When there is appreciation for what is already present, the door opens for even more to come. It is a simple yet powerful concept, starting and ending each day with gratitude. Before stepping out of bed in the morning, it helps to take a moment and think of 3 things to be thankful for. They don't have to be grand or life-changing. Even the smallest joys count. At night, as sleep begins to take over, reflecting on the day and identifying moments of gratitude can set the stage for even more blessings. Throughout the day, actively searching for things to appreciate strengthens this practice. It might not be easy at first, especially during difficult times, but the more it is practiced, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, beauty and blessings will become impossible to miss. An important shift happens when gratitude is extended to things that have not yet materialized. Being thankful in advance for the job, health, or relationship desired aligns energy with the reality of already having them. This is what it means to live in the end result, to feel the emotions of having something before it physically appears. It creates a powerful mindset where thoughts and feelings shape reality. When this practice is followed consistently, it becomes a driving force for creation, leading to unexpected and wonderful outcomes. A common doubt that arises when this approach starts working is the belief that results are purely coincidence. Manifesting something long desired can sometimes feel too good to be true, making it easy to wonder if it was just luck. But there are no coincidences. Everything that happens in life is a reflection of thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Reality is shaped from the inside out. Recognizing personal power in these moments is crucial. Instead of brushing off success as random, celebrating achievements and acknowledging the role played in creating them strengthens faith in the process. The more this is done, the more confidence grows in the ability to shape the future. A key principle to remember is that what is appreciated expands. When good things in life are noticed and acknowledged, more of them are attracted. This concept can be further amplified by being mindful of words. Words are not just a means of communication. They carry energy and influence reality. The way things are spoken about, both out loud and internally, has a profound impact. Complaining, focusing on lack, and speaking negatively about situations only reinforce those patterns. On the other hand, choosing words of abundance, possibility, and gratitude can completely shift perspective. Small changes in speech, such as replacing "I can't afford that" with "that's not a priority for me right now," can make a significant difference. Similarly, instead of saying "I'm so stressed," it helps to say "I'm learning to handle challenges with grace." How the mind is spoken to matters even more than how others are spoken to. Self-talk has the greatest influence on personal reality, and being kind, encouraging, and supportive in inner dialogue is essential. Becoming a personal cheerleader rather than a harsh critic can be life-changing. One of the biggest obstacles people face when trying to shift their mindset is the weight of the past. Regret, mistakes, and setbacks can feel like chains holding them back. But the past does not define the future. Yes, past experiences shape perspectives and choices, but they do not dictate what is possible moving forward. Every moment presents a fresh start. There is no need to be stuck in old patterns or limiting beliefs. Instead of viewing past mistakes as failures, they can be seen as lessons. Every challenge has something to teach, and every setback can serve as a setup for a greater comeback. Reframing past experiences in this way turns them into fuel for personal growth rather than barriers to success. Taking care of oneself plays a huge role in maintaining this positive mindset. Many believe that self-care is a luxury or something to be done when there is extra time, but in reality, it is a necessity. Pouring from an empty cup is impossible. Energy cannot be given to dreams, goals, and relationships if there is no energy left for oneself. Self-care looks different for everyone. It could mean meditating, exercising, saying no to draining commitments, spending time in nature, or simply doing something enjoyable. Whatever it is, making it a non-negotiable part of the routine ensures that there is enough energy to pour into the things that truly matter. Mental and emotional well-being are just as important as physical health. It is worth paying attention to what the mind consumes on a daily basis. Constant exposure to negative news, gossip, or toxic conversations can cloud judgment and lower energy. On the other hand, surrounding oneself with inspiring books, uplifting conversations, and positive affirmations helps create a more constructive mindset. The mind is like a garden. Whatever is planted and nurtured will grow. Choosing to plant seeds of encouragement, hope, and gratitude will eventually yield a flourishing, positive reality. This process is not about achieving perfection. There will always be ups and downs. Some days will feel amazing, and others will be challenging. That is part of the human experience. The goal is not to eliminate struggles, but to develop the ability to navigate them with a greater sense of peace. On the good days, soaking in the joy and amplifying those feelings makes them even more powerful. On the tough days, treating oneself with kindness and understanding can make all the difference. The key is to keep going, to keep choosing positive perspectives over negative ones, and to trust that things are always working out in the best possible way. If you're ready to trust the process and embrace a positive mindset, comment "trust" below. Consistency is what brings lasting transformation. At first, the shifts may be subtle. A slight increase in peace of mind, a better ability to handle stress, or a small but noticeable improvement in mood might be the first signs. But over time, these small changes add up. Life starts to feel different. More opportunities appear, the right people are drawn in, and situations that once seemed stressful lose their impact. What once felt like a struggle starts to feel like flow. And all of this happens not because of force or effort, but because of alignment, because of an internal shift toward gratitude, trust, and expectation of good things. Trusting in the process is essential. There is no need to wait for some distant future to feel happy or fulfilled. Everything that is desired can be experienced right now through a shift in mindset. Miracles do not happen by accident. They are the natural result of aligning thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality that is being called in. Moving forward with this practice means making a conscious choice every day. Thoughts, words, and actions should align with the highest vision for life. Empowering thoughts should take the place of doubts. Uplifting feelings should be chosen over discouragement. Every action taken should reflect the belief in a bright future. The most important step is believing in oneself. When there is full trust in personal power, nothing is out of reach. Life is not meant to be a constant struggle. It is meant to be lived with joy, excitement, and wonder. The world is filled with opportunities, and every moment offers a chance to start fresh. The universe is always ready to support those who open themselves up to receiving its blessings. All that is required is a shift in focus, from fear to faith, from lack to abundance, from doubt to gratitude. And that's the beauty of transformation. It never truly ends, but every step forward brings more clarity, peace, and joy. If you're ready to embrace gratitude, trust the process, and expect the best, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on creating your best reality.